Michael Carter had always been a man of few words, but his love roared louder than any thunderstorm when it came to his daughters, Lily and Leah. After his wife died 2 winters ago from a rare heart condition, the once vibrant man had crumbled into the shadows of his former self, battling grief, poverty, and an overwhelming responsibility he never asked for, but would never give up. Living in a rundown trailer on the outskirts of Crystal Ridge, Michael juggled odd jobs from plowing snow to repairing roofs, scraping by just enough to put a warm meal on the table for his girls. On a bitter January morning, he dropped them off at school and went off to a roofing job, unaware that the next few hours would carve his name into the town's history forever. That day, school let out early due to a snowstorm, and the twins, bored and adventurous, wandered toward the partially frozen lake nearby, a place their father always warned them about. The surface looked safe, smooth, even beautiful, but underneath, the current still whispered its deadly pull. A moment of play turned into a nightmare as the ice cracked under their weight, plunging them into the glacial blackness. Meanwhile, Michael, sensing something was wrong, left work abruptly. It was a father's instinct, a primal scream in his gut that something had gone terribly wrong. By the time he arrived at the lake, a small crowd had gathered, helpless and panicking. He didn't hesitate. Boots crunching the ice, he sprinted straight toward the break, stripped off his coat, and dove in without a second thought. The cold bit his skin like needles. He could barely see. But he reached one tiny hand, then another, dragging the twins out one by one, collapsing on the snowbank, barely conscious, gasping for breath. The world watched in silence as paramedics rushed in, his daughters blue but breathing. That night, he sat beside their hospital beds, soaked in tears and frostbite, whispering apologies and promises, clutching their hands as machines beeped around them. A local reporter picked up the story. It made headlines. Single dad risks. Life saves twin daughters from frozen lake. But for Michael, it wasn't about heroism. It was about love.
Oh.
He had nothing, yet gave everything. What he didn't know was that the universe had just started watching, and it was about to respond in the most unimaginable way. To support inspiring true stories like this, and never miss what happens next, subscribe and turn on notifications. You won't believe what's coming in Chapter 2. Chapter 2. When the world answers back. For days had passed since the rescue. Crystal Ridge was blanketed in snow. The hospital room smelled of antiseptic. But for Michael, it was the scent of hope. His daughters, recovering slowly, were giggling again, drawing pictures of ice and heroes with their trembling little hands. Michael, however, had returned to his routine of worrying rent was overdue, the truck needed repairs, and he had missed 2 job calls while in the hospital. He had no savings, no backup, just grit and love. That morning, he stepped outside the hospital to get some air, rubbing his frostbitten fingers, when he heard a strange sound, the soft hum of engines. He turned, and his heart skipped a beat. 5 luxury black SUVs were pulling into the hospital parking lot in perfect unison. Their tinted windows shimmered under the winter sun, and for a moment, it felt like a dream or a movie. Then, doors opened. Out stepped a group of people, sharply dressed, faces kind, eyes focused on him. A woman approached first. "Mr. Carter, I'm Dana Lowell from the Hope Foundation. You may not know us, but we know you." Michael blinked in confusion. She smiled gently and continued. "Your story reached over 12 million people online in the last 3 days. What you did. It inspired the world. And now, the world wants to give back." Behind her, another man stepped forward and handed Michael a set of keys. "This is yours now. A brand new SUV. Safe, reliable, and fully covered. You'll need it for what's next." Michael shook his head, overwhelmed. I don't understand." Then came more surprises. From another car, a representative. "From a scholarship fund. We're covering your daughter's education from now through college." Another SUV held executives from a construction company. "We saw you've got roofing skills. We want you on our team, full-time, benefits, the works. Also, we're renovating your home insulation, heating, everything." It kept coming. Groceries, clothing for the twins, even therapy sessions arranged for all 3 of them. Michael was speechless. For years he'd carried the world on his shoulders. And now, in one miraculous moment, the world had arrived to help carry him. Later that evening, when the twins were discharged, they ran into his arms as snowflakes danced around them. Lily pointed at the new car and asked, "Daddy, is this ours?" Michael smiled, lifting them both. "No, baby. This is ours." As he drove his daughters home in the warm, humming comfort of their new SUV, a convoy of kindness behind them, he whispered a silent thank you to the stars, to his late wife, to fate, to humanity. He realized that sometimes miracles don't come with thunder or lightning. They come quietly in black SUVs, with keys, smiles, and hope. As they reached their newly fixed-up trailer, glowing with warm lights and laughter inside, Michael looked at the sky and said, "I'll never stop paying this forward." And from that day on, the man who once had nothing became the living. Proof that when love leads, the universe follows. If this story moved you, don't forget to hit that like button. Share it with someone who needs hope today, and subscribe for more powerful stories like this. Your next miracle might be one story away.